This is a good one. We just need money.
Yeah, so in simple terms, that is basically what this video is about. Roll that intro. Hey, it's AKAJK, welcome back to another episode of the JK Tech Show here on the channel. And if you are actually new to the channel, then, well, thank you for clicking on this video, and make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you do enjoy the content. Now, it does feel good to be back. Haven't posted in pretty much a month now, but I'm back. I got my coffee, got the scripts ready. So let's jump into sort of making money with content creation, YouTube, Patreon, and that whole sort of field. It's a bit of a different episode of this one, but anyway, let's get into it. So over the past couple of years, obviously, if you've been following any sort of YouTube news, you know that there's been a huge demonetization crisis, and tons of channels have been getting demonetized. And there's stuff like, for example, within the gaming world, you have the game Death Stranding just recently released. And there have been a number of channels that had videos taken down due to misunderstanding with the embargo. They say they followed the rules and all sorts. But anyway, demonetization is becoming quite common nowadays. And actually, it's quite easy to happen to you. And obviously, if you're a YouTuber and you rely on the money that you get from YouTube, then it's not good. So people have been turning to other sorts of ways to get extra money to earn their living and ensure that they're not damaged financially.
Pay me my money!
One of the big ones was making podcasts, and that is, well, I have done that and I'm working on improving, but anyway, we'll discuss that later on. Podcast is a major thing that people have been working on, and that's generating extra money. But then a big thing is subscription services. Now, we all know the big giants in the whole subscription service niche, like Netflix, Amazon Prime. You got Xbox with their Game Pass, PlayStation with Now and PS Plus. There's all sorts of big platforms, Disney Plus, and everything nowadays can be accessed via subscriptions. You got music, TV, films, video games, all that stuff. They're being put on subscription services. And content creators around the world have started to move in towards Patreon. And then there's the whole YouTube funding thing. But Patreon's a big one, where you essentially, you start the Patreon and you create tiers which follow the Netflix subscription model. You know, when you sign up to Netflix for the first time, or Amazon Prime, or whatever the hell you're signing up to, I mean, Netflix actually has this. You got a number of tiers. One which costs $4.99 a month, one is $7.99, one's $9.99, one's $11.99, etc. And each of them have different perks, which is what YouTubers have been doing. Now, let me give you an example of how this is going to work. So, you know, Matt Davella, the minimalist creator, he's got a Patreon, and he decided to completely remove AdSense from his whole YouTube channel because, you know, he didn't want marketing. He's all about buying less and things like that. I mean, obviously don't have to do that. Most people don't. But anyways.
But let's be real. I do need to make money to be able to continue to make videos and podcast episodes every week. So I've decided to start a Patreon. First, it'll help keep my content advertisement free.
Now on Patreon, what he does, let's say if I pledged $10 a month, I would gain access to a number of different things from him. So Matt does let's say exclusive podcasts on Patreon. He'll make an exclusive Q&A type podcast every month. And unless I'm paying money, I won't be able to access that.
This will give me a chance to get more intimate with the content I create through AMAs and vlogs.
You'll still be able to access the YouTube content, but then they have exclusive things they put behind the paywall on Patreon. Early access to videos. This is what creators are doing. And yeah, I want money.
Money.
Yeah, so essentially, if I want to improve, I want to grow, I want to get, you know, a better channel, move forward, and get any extra funding. And I'm creating a Patreon. I have created a Patreon, but I'm really going to push forward on this. I really want to take a big push forward. I'm actually going to start creating less videos on YouTube. That's not because I want to dedicate more time to paid content. I will be making paid content on Patreon, and there's going to be a number of tiers which you can access, patreon.com/AKAJK. But essentially, I'm going to drop down the number of videos. I'm no longer going to be doing daily content. Still going to be doing multiple videos a week. There's going to be a podcast and all sorts, but I just want to spend more time making more meaningful and better content. Yeah, anyways. So that sort of sums up how YouTubers are currently making money. This was also a shameless plug to my Patreon, which I'm currently pushing forward right now. And if you did enjoy this episode, obviously subscribe, like, and do all that stuff. Now, if you were to go ahead and pledge from my Patreon, it starts at $1, and I don't know, probably going to go up to about 20 or something like that. And the perks that you'd be getting according to whichever tier you're on would be stuff like early access to YouTube videos, extra content which is only offered on Patreon. You'll get digital merchandise, digital swag, whatever the hell you want to call it. Stuff like, that's because I do a lot of photography, wallpapers that I actually make myself, and things like that. You'll get out through this whole Patreon subscription service. I'll give extra tips on filming, editing, and all that kind of video creating world. All sorts, you'll be getting a lot of that access to, extra, exclusive, just a ton of stuff like that. I definitely recommend you check it out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Honestly, if you decide not to pledge anything, that's completely fine by me, honestly. You'll still get great videos every week. Hopefully you do enjoy them. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Now, moving forward, I'm going to go back to standard tech episodes. I got some great ones planned for the rest of this week. And obviously, if you were entertained, this brought you any value, go ahead and subscribe down below. I'm going to be creating a lot more content. That's going to help me out. Notifications, turn that on so you're notified every time I post. And smash that like button. It really does help me out. And down below, I'd like you to go ahead and comment, how's your YouTube channel doing? If you do have one. If you don't, then whatever, man. That's it. I'll see you on another episode. Peace.